खुदाया खुदाया आरज़ू मेरी यही है, खुदाया आरज़ू मेरी यही है, मेरा नूरे बसीर आम कर दे. I am grateful to all of you, organized, there are dignitaries, I can't see all of them. But I could also say something about the day it was scientifically or spiritually. I must have got connected with somebody like Mohammad Manzoor. I was too much in a situation in my college days that I would find somebody would speak, someone would say he is the left, another would speak he is the right, another would speak he is right, he is this, that. But in my own fine madness, I would say, why can't we put things as we see them? Prophet would always pray to Almighty, Allahumma arina haqaika kama hiya. God, show me the things as they are. And in that kind of fine madness, I would say, I read Frederick August Keku. And he is the person who had discovered the benzene structure. There it was written that in his striving for looking for the benzene structure, he was once tired of experiments. And then he was just sitting in front of the earth getting some warm, and he felt asleep, and in between he found a serpent. The serpent was having its tail in its mouth, and there were 6 bright spots on it. It's written in that book of chemistry. And then when he woke up, he said, this is benzene structure. With 6 carbon, 6 hydrogen, and he gave the benzene formula C6 and I got an answer to all that madness which I was having, that yes, spirituality and science can go together. And we need for that the same thing which Prof was praying for. Allahumma arina haqaika kama hiya. God, show me things as they are, and that is objectivity. Yeah. And that objectivity is very important. This is not merely the question of Institute of Objective Study, it is a movement. It is the world history. There you have to identify, please. There you have to identify that what is objectivity and what Dr. Muhammad Manzoor Alam is. I'll speak for 2 days and then say he is a great economist, then he is a great community leader, and then he is a great revolutionary, and then he is a great friend, then he is a very great mentor, he is a great advisor, he is very affectionate, all that. But I believe that all will be unjust for him, not complete for him, unless you put him in that intellectual tradition, where somewhere the intellectuals of the world will guide the humanity towards the truthfulness, towards the values, and towards a true intellectual movement. That is where you have placed him. So I would say when I talk of Ibn Khaldun, others and others, I think the objectivity of Ibn Khaldun is very much to be admired. And maybe because of that reason that intellectual was put in the prison, otherwise he had not any self kind of interest. So Dr. Muhammad Manzoor has to be understood not only by the written, this compilation, and praiseworthy Asif Saab compiled it. I think it needs much more probing, thinking, understanding, and then definitely you will find in it an agenda for the humanity that yes, humanity has to follow that line of objectivity which is best for the goal of the humanity. There I shall not expand it more because we have to leave also. Then I would say, in the Indian context, if you want to define Dr. Mohammad Manzoor, he is a true leader of the people of India. He has understood the idea India the best. And I say, when Iqbal was someday in 1905 writing, हम बुलबुलें ही इसकी, हम बुलबुलें ही इसकी, ये गुलसिता हमारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान. He might not then have been knowing it that these lines will be enshrined in some language in the preamble of the Constitution of India. Hum bulbule will be with the people of India. And then throughout the 40 years I have been with Dr. Manzoor Alam Sahab, I have always found that he has provided a platform, a stage, and a process for the preamble of the Constitution of India to be implemented in its true spirit. And he has always had that kind of capacity, intellectual capacity. I found it, and that's recognized across the boundaries. We are finding in America, we are finding in Asia, Africa, and elsewhere. Second, his faith is undaunted. As God said in the Quran, why do you say something which you don't know? Many of the people you will generally, probably I have not seen anybody like that, but in case of Muhammad Manzoor Alam, I would say, he says what he does. He does not say what he does not do. And that's how we have found his journey. He did not establish only iOS. He is the person behind Figure Academy. He is the spirit behind collecting the leaders of other community. And he also he worked in the, if I say that post-war, then Cold War, and now the trade war. In this trade war period in the world, he has definitely worked to get the international relations shaped in a different way in Asian countries and Arab countries across India. That's a very big thought if somebody understands that. And then I would say that, let me not continue too much, but I'll again put in the Quranic context. Yuriduna linutfiu nur Allah bi afwahihim wallahu mutimmu nurihi walau karihal kafirun. There are evil elements. They want to extinguish the Nure Basirat, which I was saying, the true human vision, by their different tricks and trickstry. But Allah shall always maintain that nur. Even if they find it very much cruel for them. But so we can see the wicked people will always try to destroy it. But God will always maintain it. I will always ask a question to myself, how shall God do it? He does it by giving to the humanity the people like Dr. Mohammad Manzoor. They come up, they get up, they explain the evil, they explain the truthfulness also, and then they give that discernibility, understanding through research, through observation, through experimentation, and not detached from spirituality. That's very important. It has to remain with spirituality. That is the merit of it. And I believe that IMS is doing that, and one can find any kind of leader in him, whether he is a child, whether he is a young person, he is an old person, inspiration, anything is there. So Asim Sahab, we are grateful to you for compiling it, and then you have provided somewhere the opinions of hundreds of people about a man who deserves much more than that. And I would say that we definitely tried earlier to establish an iOS university. The work is halfway, but IOS is more than a university. I have the experience of Indian Law Institute. Indian Law Institute was a national institute, and when we got it to the deemed status, it has become more focused on teaching. And you know that how teaching is going on, and it got drifted away from this. I believe that there should be very good research institutions, establish as many universities, but thought-producing institutions must be there. And then I would again say that we, the people of India, are not conscious of the importance of the research and development. We spend more money on other things. We don't pool it to establish the best of the research institutions and then fund the projects for that purpose. That's how we have to do it. And then again, I would say, when I said the leader of India, then definitely I would say that I have never seen Muhammad Manzoor Alam Sahab thinking only of a particular community. He is always thinking of empowering, marginalized, and then this empowerment and other things, and then he did not, I would say, by giving the money, by giving the blankets, by giving other things. No, empowerment shall come through knowledge. And knowledge comes through research. Creativity is very important for knowledge. And that is the platform which he has given. I believe that we shall follow that. And if I have to say something more about one thing about myself, I was too much surprised on a particular day. I have never told him I want to be in the governing council. I want to be in this. Then he said, मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप यहाँ मेरी जगह बैठे. And then that day I could not sleep. ये क्या बता रहा है? I had never thought of it. But I think that then I tried that I must do something. And that's how we are doing it. हम अपने जेब से पैसे लेके रिक्शे पे जाके इंस्टीट्यूट जाते हैं और अल्लाह ये कबूल करे, सभी लोग ऐसे ही कर रहे हैं. अल्लाह करे कि वो हमारी इस काविश को कबूल करे. और जितने भी इस कंट्री के इंटेलेक्चुअल हैं, यहाँ पे कोई इस किस्म का कुछ नहीं है कि वो ना आए, ये ना आए. और हम कहेंगे अमिताभ कुंडू साहब जैसे लोग हैं, ये हमारी शान है, हमारी आन है, हमारी इज्जत है, हमारी आबरू है. जितने भी आए उनके लिए प्लेटफॉर्म बिल्कुल खुला है और ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के साथ है. सब जो आए, जो बताएं, जिस तरह कहें. और हम गलत ठीक को भी नहीं देखते. हम कहते हैं ये कहता है तो कहता है, कुछ तो होगा, कुछ ख्याल ही सही, कुछ ख्याल तो है ना. इसलिए जो है, it is that much objective. And Dr. Manzoor Alam is unparalleled in my understanding. I will say I have traveled to US, Berkeley, Stanford, Melbourne, and so many other universities in Europe, but I did not come across a person who would speak with objectivity. Probably it is the same thing which Prophet would say, Allahumma arina haqa'iqa kama here. God, show me the things as they are. That is the truth of it. That is the objectivity of it. And that's what I should say at the moment. And I shall again pray to God give us the sincerity of cause. We follow it and then give us the best of the results. Allah bless you all. Thank you so much.